Oh, hi guys. First of all, a heartily congratulations to everyone who have cleared the examination in today's CA into results. And this is an audio podcast. Actually, I'm not, I'm not feeling well, so I'm using a low pitched voice. So I just want to share one message with everyone. Like we have seen today, I have seen the result. The CA Inter both groups pass percentage was absolutely terrible. It is less than 6%. And even group 1 result as well as group 2 also the pass percentage was very low. See, it's not that institute want to keep a lesser pass percentage. In the recent examinations, the paper standards were like that. I hope many of you, whoever is listening to this podcast, you might have understood in the recent exams how the questions are being tested. You should not you should not do the same mistake again. You must realize what exact mistake you did. Your single mistake, even though 100% of your efforts are rightly went, even if one mistake you did, which is a process related mistake, it will cost you 6 months. At least you must rectify now. Now, by the way, what mistake I'm talking about? If you look at the recent papers, the way the institute is asking questions is completely very good. In fact, people say it's different, but not different. It's very good. Only a student who literally conceptually very strong, only he can write the exams very well. Remaining students who do not prepare very well, who are not highly conceptual, who just barely attend some revision exams, getting it, and practice the same old sums, old models. See, that is what happening, right, in test series and revision exams in many cases. I hardly feel out of 100 test series, service providers, some 5 or 6 service providers are giving completely new question, completely developing the question newly on their own. Okay, just amounts modifying, numbers modifying, no, that is not a big challenge. Hardly 5%. But what is happening when you're going for revision exams and all, especially? You are practicing the same old models, like whatever you prepared, and the same question is coming in the examination with just amounts changed, adjustments changed. But in the examination, final examination, what is happening? You're altogether getting a complete new question, which is testing your conceptual clarity. And this is where the mistake is lying. Today, from the morning after the declaration of results, our rest students have done very good. See what we did, we did nothing. In fact, I honestly have to admit, we have nothing to do with the student's result. If at all a student qualifies, because in our institute also there are so many students who failed. Definitely, I can say more than 50% would have been failed. But definitely those who qualified, if you ask them, they give us complete credit. Even if you ask a student of Sresta who failed, you can ask them, is Sresta a reason for that? They straight away say no. No, Sresta has provided absolutely all the resources. It is we who did not use that. I think this is the response you get from our students, which means that is a kind of work we do. When a student fails, why we are not being blamed? Only reason, when we did our duty perfectly. There is no point, there is nothing to blame on us. And we are highly emphasizing on the conceptual learning. I know even in my many of my previous videos, I clearly mentioned uh, we don't want to conduct any revision exams and all because of revision exams and test series. What is happening is many students are just preparing from one material, and more or less similar questions are coming in the revision exams, and student is writing them and feeling that yeah, he learned the subject very well, and when he go and look at the final examination paper, what is happening is completely altogether new question which will test not your problem solving but your complete analytical conceptual skills. Only if you understand the subject thoroughly, you can write that exam. In such a way, when the question comes in final exam, how can you prepare yourself based on old methodologies? Like, suppose you fail today. Don't feel bad about it. You did some mistake in the process, and because of that, you failed. And in fact, out of 100 failures, more than 70%, they would have not at all worked properly. Minimum effort which they need to give, they would have not given. So out of 100 who failed, only 30% have to think about their preparation approach, where they did mistake. All the rest 70, they have not worked at all. So at least think about what process you adopted. Is that process right or not? But definitely, I can give you one best advice, one promise I can give you, or I can make it to you. If you take classes with Shrestha, we don't conduct any revision exams, but I can honestly tell you, you will get abundant clarity on the subject, abundant grip on the concept, where you can face any sort of paper, provided after taking classes with us, what you need to do? You should also revise carefully, thoroughly. Whether you write a mock test, whether you write weekend exams, whether you write so and so test series, nothing that and all will not affect your performance. Believe me, if you are conceptually strong, commandable, any exam you can, challengingly you can write. So no onwards, be learn the subject with high conceptual clarity, high command. Not just how many times I revised. Did I revise it 3 times? Did I revise it 2 times? Did I wrote 60 test series or did I wrote 10 exams? Did I wrote 20? No. Don't be quantity oriented, be quality oriented. And the institute is testing the quality and not the quantity. Look at. I hope you take my this message, in a positive way. And next time, when you're learning the subject, learn with utmost clarity, utmost command. Very simple. How to test? Am I conceptually strong or not? Very simple test. If you can explain that concept to your friend or somebody else without any hesitation, without any breaks, which means you're conceptually strong. If you're unable to explain, somewhere you're frequently getting breaks when you're explaining the concept, or when the other person is raising an issue, you're unable to answer that, which means you're conceptually not strong. This is the thumb rule. That's it. Okay. Have a nice time. Take care. Bye bye. All the best. All the best for the November exams.